Bismillah.
Thank you. And Jazakallah khair. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا العبد المؤيد والرسول المسدد المصطفى الأمجد المحمود الأحمد أبي القاسم محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المكرمين. قال الله الحكيم في محكم كتابه ومتقن خطابه: الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء والكاظمين الغيظ والعافين عن الناس والله يحب المحسنين. أوصيكم عباد الله ونفسي بتقوى الله ونظم أمركم. We are still in the months of Shawwal, and we have very important historical occasion in Islam. As you may know, the Battle of Uhud occurred in the months of Shawwal, the year of 3 after Hijrah. And this battle produced many lessons for Muslims over the ages. Still, I think that these lessons would be beneficial to our age too, to the people of our age. But before I, inshallah Rahman, talk about this, in the second khutbah, I would like to continue my discussion about the concept of anger according to the Islam. As you see, I recited a verse from the Quran. Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. The Quran says that the people who are capable to control or manage their actually wrath or their anger, and also they are capable to pardon and forgive people. These people, actually, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves them because they are muhsineen, because they are good doers. So you see that these two characters, the people, who are capable to manage their anger, and also they are ready to forgive the wrongdoings of others. This will help the strength actually of relationship, or strengthen the relationship between the people and God. This is a very important thing that, as I said many times, there is a kind of objection that the God of Muslims is very harsh and always coupled with punishment, that he is always punishing people for doing bad things. And, in contrast, the God of other religions, actually, the God is the God of love. But you see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this verse of Quran would say that how you can grow the love or the relationship between the servant and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And two things are important here. One is actually to be capable to manage the anger and also to pardon people. And this will help us to have the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wallahu yuhibbul muhsinin. This is the ihsan. You know, we think that ihsan is that you give money to people, but ihsan is so broad. Ihsan is so inclusive, and it also, it would be applicable when you do actually pardoning for the people who did wrong to you, or actually you forgive them. This would be ihsan. And also, this is the kind of ihsan, and this is very important ihsan. And so that's why, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the beginning of this verse, says that how we can manage the anger. This is a very important, actually, a task, that how we are capable to manage our anger. Every time we think that we can do this, we see that we fail sometimes. This is the reality of life. And as I said last time, the reason that people, they are angry, sometimes you see there is no basis for the anger, because sometimes we are not apprising the situation correctly. That's what we are angry at, something or at someone. Now we think that, for example, as I said last time, the fixture was broken by my older son. Then later on I found out that no, it was with someone else. So I was angry at him without any basis. So this is the important thing, that first we have to not make a judgment in hurry, that we should not rush to the judgment when we are actually irritated about something. We should not judge without thinking. We have to think first, and we see that if there is a relationship between the anger which we have and the incident which happened, sometimes there is no relationship. So, assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. So that's one thing. And also the other thing is that we have to actually challenge our, sense of, assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh, sense of irritation towards frustration. Many people, you see that they have difficulty, that to what extent we are strong in the face of irritation or the situation which would irritate us. And this is the challenge, as I said last time. And we have to, as I said, we have to challenge our limits. This is what they say: don't limit your challenges, challenge your limits. And it means that in this life we are always going to face challenges. And if we actually get frustration in every situation which irritates us, then it means that we are not growing. So this is what actually the Quran says, that even our faith would be actually challenged by actually the different situations, in order to see that if we can keep our faith intact or not. This is the reality, that many people, they lose their faith in the face of hardship of life. And this is in Surah Al-Ankabut. In the beginning of Surah Al-Ankabut, the Quran says, أَحَسِبَ النَّاسَ أَن يُتْرَكُوا أَن يَقُولُوا آمَنَّا فَهُمْ لَا يُفْتَنُونَ. That people think that it would be enough for them to claim that they have the faith, and we are not going to test their faith by fitna. Fitna is the testing. And this is the life, that every moment is that would be the opportunity for the fitna, for the testing. So one of the testing, I think the strongest testing of human being is that if he can be in charge of his emotions, in charge of his anger, especially the anger. And many people, they fail. As I said last time, I don't know if you remember that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was getting angry too, but he was uh, using his anger to produce a positive thing. This is very important, because unfortunately that many people, they are not capable to transform the motivation which would be produced by the anger to the positive thing. And the anger was created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to actually use it in the right way. And it's like the knife. The knife, you can, peel the fruit, which is good, but also you can injure other people, which is bad. So this is the anger. Anger is could be used in the right way, and could be used in the actually wrong way. Many people actually, because of anger, they destroy the relationship with the family. I see that sometimes people, they don't talk to each other for decades because of one incident which actually produced the anger, which also had no basis. And this is very unfortunate. And you see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Quran says that we have to be the forgiving people. But you see that many people, they don't have the spirit of forgiveness, because the anger is so actually dominant. So dominant in their soul. So that's why in their soul, that's why they are not able to actually pardon people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran says, before saying وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظِ, I said last time, كَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظ doesn't mean that just to suppress negatively your anger. Kadhim means that how you transform your anger to the positive thing. And but before that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that in order to have the potential of forgiving people, one way is that to reduce your attachment to dunya by giving the charity, because this is what the Quran says in the beginning of the chapter, in the beginning of this ayah. الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء. That the people who are actually ready to give sadaqah, to give in charity in both situations, when they are in good shape financially, and also when they are living in the hardship financially. In both situations, they are ready to actually offer charity, to offer the sadaqah. So these people will show their detachment to this dunya. These people, they are more capable to suppress or control or manage their anger. الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء والكاظمين الغيظ والعافين عن الناس. If you are ready to actually detach yourself from dunya, then you are also ready to actually to manage your this will help you. It's not automatic relationship, but this will help you to actually be in charge of your anger. This is what the Quran says, that that's why during the months of Ramadan, this would be the opportunity for every one of us to when you pay the sadaqah, you are paying more sadaqat, more zakawat. Then this should help you also to fast from the anger. As I said, the fast is not only fasting from the food or drink, or this is not physical fasting. It is more important to fast from anger. And if the months of Ramadan helps us to actually fast from anger or not. So inshallah Rahman, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us, inshallah Rahman, to strengthen the spirit of controlling our anger, inshallah rahman, in our relationship with other people. There is also a hadith from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and in this regard, that he says that there is a hadith says, "Dawu mardakum bis-sadaqa." You see that we have many verses and ahadith encouraging people on sadaqah, like it says that "Dawu marzakum bis-sadaqa." Even you have a sick brother, sister, relative. Sometimes the sadaqah would help that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give shafa to that sick person. Dawu marzakum, it means that cure. Dawa is actually medicine. Sometimes medicine is that prescription, but according to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if this hadith is authentic, dawu means that give dawa to your mariz by paying sadaqah for him. When you pay the sadaqah, you are going to do tadawi. Tadawi means that the treatment. Dawu mardakum bis sadaqah. Even there is another hadith, is very important hadith. It says that the reason that people sometimes they lose their business, their actually their wealth, because they don't pay zakat. Some of people they don't pay zakat. Then this will make their property, their wealth, to be subject of losing. And this is also the hadith is related, from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help all of us to be among of those who are doing infaq, as the Quran says, وَأَنفِقُوا مِمَّا رَزَقْنَاكُمْ, and give the infaq and sadaqah from what we have provided you. من قبل أن يأتي أحدكم الموت, before the death comes actually to one of you, and فيقول, and he would say, رب لولا أخرتني إلى أجر قريب. Ya Allah, if you were giving me some postponement for my ajal, for my actually death, then فأصدق وأكن من الصالحين. Then I would be actually among of those who are confirming my iman by giving charity, by giving sadaqah. وأكن من الصالحين, and I would be among the righteous people. And this is what the hadith is from, related to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. ما تلف مال في بر ولا بحر إلا بمنع الزكاة. ما تلف, the loss of wealth in the actually in the sea, in the ocean, and in the land, will happen because sometimes people they are preventing the zakat. And that's why the hadith says, فَحَرِّزُوا أَمْوَالَكُمْ بِالزَّكَاةِ. حَرِّزُوا. حَرِّزُوا means protection. You see that people, they are going to buy insurance to protect their property. This is what they do. Insurance is part of the life here. Without insurance, health insurance, property insurance, business insurance, funeral insurance nowadays we have, promoting people. Many people, they get scared when see the commercial of the funeral, insurance. But this is good, I think. Nowadays the funeral expenses are skyrocketing, and you see sometimes I see even especially in Massachusetts, the grave is about $10,000. And and 10,000. If you don't buy now, it's better to buy now. They say, Otherwise, in 2 years it would be $12,000. Then the funeral home, actually, this would be very expensive. That's why, nowadays the insurance for the funeral service is so actually popular, and it's okay. I think even sometimes this is going to remind us that we have to prepare, for this reality. So this is what the Prophet said. If you want to have good insurance for your wealth, فحرزوا أموالكم بالزكاة. The best insurance nowadays is zakat. If you pay the zakat, this is the best insurance. فحرزوا أموالكم بالزكاة وداووا مرضاكم بالصدقة. And you can treat your, I'm not saying that this would be substitute for the treatment. I'm not going to actually make problem for the doctors. And don't go to, sometimes it's people, they don't go to doctors. They say, we are going to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us shifa. This is not the way. This is what one time brother Scary reminded me of the hadith that someone came to the masjid of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and he left his camel untied. And the Prophet said, what happened to your camel? Did you tie your camel? He said, Tawakkaltu ala Allah. I left him by trusting in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then the Prophet said, Fa'qal i'qal fatawakkal. First tie the camel, then do actually tawakkul in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The same thing is for and when you get sickness, you cannot say, oh, I'm just going to do dua. There is a hadith that this happened to Prophet Musa alayhi salam. One time he got sick and he didn't accept to get the treatment from the doctors. And he was saying, no, God made me to be sick, then he is going to cure me. And he didn't. The doctor said, no, you have to take this medicine if you want to get the recovery. He said, no, I'm not going to get this because I have fully trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He is going to cure me. This is what actually I'm just trying to maybe added some words. Then there was the call or the message, a spiritual message from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you don't get the medicine, there is no cure. Because who made this medicine? I made this medicine to be actually the way to cure you. Are you denying my ni'mat of this medicine to cure you? So that's why he actually accepted to take the medicine. So I'm not saying that just paying sadaqah would be the substitute for the treatment, but at the same time, sometimes this is my understanding. Sometimes the sickness is not the physical sickness. It is a spiritual sickness. The attachment to the mal, attachment to the dunya, the greed. This is the type of disease. The sadaqah would cure it. Dawu mardakum bis-sadaqah وادفعوا عنكم طوارق البلاء بالدعاء. And repel the bala by reciting dua. As I said last time, it is not maybe within the best interest of human being to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to prevent the bala from him, because the bala has the quality of soul making, as it was for Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. He was able to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, please ya Allah, don't actually make Nimrud to throw me into the fire. But when he was about to be thrown into the fire and Jibreel came to him and asked him if he needs any help, he said, no, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows my situation. If He wants to save me, He is going to save me. He was not avoiding the bala. He was receiving the bala. Like Imam al-Hussein salawatullah alayhi, when his companions, when his actually sons, relatives actually were all on the plain of Karbala, he didn't complain to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that why this happened to me, why you chose me to face the bala. What he said, Ilahi sabran ala bala'ik, tasliman li'amrik. Taslim, I am Muslim to the destiny you ordained for me. This is the meaning of Islam. Islam means that you are not losing your faith, You are not frustrated when you encounter the hardship of life. This is Imam al-Hussein salawatullah. Ilahi sabran ala qada'ik, tasliman li-amrik, la ma'buda siwak, ya ghiyath al-mustaghithin. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make all of us, inshallah rahman, the real Muslims, inshallah rahman. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Qul huwa Allahu ahad, Allahu as-samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا العبد المؤيد والرسول المسدد المصطفى الأمجد المحمود الأحمد أبي القاسم محمد، وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المكسر، على أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين، الصلاة والسلام على أئمة المسلمين، سيما أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب صلوات الله عليه، وصلى وسلم على فاطمة الزهراء صلوات الله عليها، وصلى وسلم على سبطي الرحمة الحسن والحسين، وعلي بن الحسين، ومحمد بن علي، وجعفر بن محمد، وموسى بن جعفر، وعلي بن موسى، ومحمد بن علي، وعلي بن محمد، والحسن بن علي، والحجة القائم المنتظر. اللهم اجعلنا من أنصاره وأعوانه والمدافعين تحت لوائه. أوصيكم عباد الله ونفسي بتقوى الله ونظم أمركم. As I said in the first khutbah, that in the months of Shawwal we have the the anniversary of Uhud battle, which was between the people of Mecca and Muslims in Medina, and this happened as the historians they say between 7 and 15 of Shawwal. And this was the second battle between, or second encounter between Quraysh, the disbelievers, and Muslims. And you know that in the first battle, it was a great victory for Muslims. And but in the second battle, there was a defeat. And that's why we can actually contemplate with this, part of Islamic history, and to see what lessons we can extract from this battle. First, we have to know that everything belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَسُبْحَانَ الَّذِي بِيَدِهِ مَلَكُوتُ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ. The ownership of everything belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What happened when Muslims, they actually, some of them, or majority of them, they actually got the victory in the battle of Badr. What happened? They got some pride, and they got complacent. That okay, we are mu'min and we are faithful. That's why we should be actually victorious in every situation. And this was the reminder to every one of us. Nothing in this world is certain, and uncertainty is part of this life. You are defeating your enemy in one battle, then you have to expect also to get defeat in the second battle. But this should not change your faith and your striving for the truth. And this is what the Quran says. Many people, they got frustrated after the battle of Uhud when they actually defeated. How come this happens? We are Muslim and God is with us. How come we got defeated? And this was the verse of Quran, and this is very important verse. And actually the Quran says, in yamsaskum qarhun faqad massa al-qawma qarhun mithluhu وتلك الأيام نداولها للناس وليعلم الله الذين آمنوا ويتخذ منكم شهداء والله لا يحب الظالمين. Quran says that if you got injury, you know, in Arabic, qarh, we have qarh and we have qurh. But they are at the end would have the same result. Qarh, the injury will come from outside, it's called qarh. When the injury is inside, then it will come out, it's called qurh. Okay. Here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إن يمسسكم قرح, when you are touched by the injury here means that defeat in the battle of Uhud. And people got injured, not only physically, because many of people, they lost their lives. And also emotionally, they actually got, the damage. So that's why it is called qarh. إن يمسسكم قرح فقد مس القوم قرح مثله. Don't be actually frustrated because you got defeated in the battle of Uhud. Remember, in the battle of Badr, disbelievers actually got defeated. Okay? This is the reality of life. فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. You have to expect the hardship and the ease at the same time. And this is what the Quran says, they also got the defeat in the battle of Badr. Now you are getting defeat in the battle of Uhud. وَتِلْكَ الْأَيَّامُ نُدَاوِلُهَا بَيْنَ النَّاسِ. And this is, this hardship situation, we are going to rotate it among the people or between the people. That's why it's called dawla. Dawla means what they call dawla. The government is called dawla. Dawla is called dawla, which is actually rooted in the Quranic word, because it is rotating. You are 4 years president, then it would rotate and someone else would be the president. Okay? Put aside that some rulers in some parts of the world, they want to stick to the power from the time they get the power to the lahd, to the grave. They don't let the power go. And you see that nowadays, you see the struggle or power struggle in many areas of the world. A brother asked me to do the offer. People in Pakistan, that's the problem because of the dunya, as I said. When there is power struggle, you don't let the power go. You want to stick to the power, then the lives would be actually would be sacrificed in order to correct the situation. That's why this all comes from attachment to dunya. Why people, the Muslims, they lost the battle of Uhud because of attachment to dunya. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that, this 50 people, they should protect this left side of the hill because, the enemy can attack or do the counter attack from this side and they can damage the Muslims. But what happened when they actually did this 50 people, 40 of them, they felt that, okay, Muslims are gaining the battle, and they saw the dunya, the booties on the plain, and this is the nafsul ammarati bisu. They said, we are all set, let's go and collect the ghanaim. Even though the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to them, don't leave your position, no matter what is our situation. If we are the winner, stay in your position. If we are the loser, don't leave your position. But the dunya is strong. Inna nafsa la'ammaratun bisu. For some people, The opposite sex is the ammaratun bisu. For some people, the ghanaim is ammaratun bisu. And so they left the greed for the dunya, and this caused them to actually lose 70 Muslims. Okay? And so that's why, here comes that, we have to be very careful about our actually desire towards the worldly position. It should be actually, we should have detachment to this dunya. Otherwise, we are not going to be able to make the right decision. So, this is what the Quran says. The Quran says that, the reason also you got defeated because you were not supporting the cause of Allah anymore. You were after the ghanaim. The Quran says, "In tansurullah yansurkum wa yuthabbit aqdamakum." If you support the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you get the victory, the support from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And for a moment, they actually lost their wisdom, and they actually ran after the dunya, and this is what happened. And even they announced that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed away, and this was another trial for them. That when they actually heard the news that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed away, many people, they got scared and they said, okay, we are going to leave Islam because there is no Muhammad anymore, and there would be consequence for us from the people of actually Quraysh. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran says, وَمَا مُحَمَّدٌ إِلَّا رَسُولٌ قَدْ خَلَتْ مِنْ قَبْلِهِ الرُّسُلُ. Muhammad is only the prophet, and before him were so many prophets. فَإِنْ مَاتَ أَوْ قُتِلَ انْقَلَبْتُمْ عَلَىٰ أَعْقَابِكُمْ. If he dies or if he gets killed, then you are going to retract from your faith. You are going to leave your faith. You're going back on your heel. No, this is the reality that we have to be tested by actually this type of incidents. أو فإن مات أو قتل انقلبتم على أعقابكم ومن ينقلب على عقبيه فلن يضر الله شيئا. Even if you retract actually from your religion, this will not harm Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you lose your faith, this would not, will not harm Allah. In another verse, Quran says that don't actually, mention a favor on God that you're mu'min. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has actually favor on you that you are mu'min. So, this is what the Quran says, وَسَيَجْزِ اللَّهُ الشَّاكِرِينَ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give reward to people who are using the favor of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accordingly. As I said many times, that in Islam, Islam is very inclusive. It is not limited to a specific religion. I don't know if you heard that even in the battle of Uhud, there was a Jew, a Jewish person who was participating in the battle of Uhud in the camp of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And this person, according to the history, his name was Mukhayriq. He was from the Yahud of Khaybar. And he made wasiyat before going to the battle of Uhud. Look, I'm going to this to support the cause of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And if I actually got killed in the battlefield, I am donating all of my properties to the cause of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And that's why there is saying, actually narrated from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam, and in this saying, Rasulullah said, "Khayru Yahud Muhayriq." That the best Yahudi is Muhayriq. You know, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you know, commended and praised this guy because you know it is it is important that to be a real Muslim. As I said, Muslim is the one who is looking for the truth and acting upon the truth, and this guy, you know, was among them. And so, inshallah Rahman, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us to be, inshallah, Muslim. There was another person, maybe his name was, I forgot his name. Also, he entered into the battle with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam after Fajr, and he got killed before Salat of Zuhr, noon time. So he entered into Islam without even offering one rak'at of prayer. But Prophet said he is going to Jannat. This is the only person going to the Jannat even without offering one rak'at of Salat. And so why? Because he was Muslim. You know, Salat is the form. It is important that our heart would be with the truth. As the Quran says, يَوْمَ لَا يَنْفَعُ مَالٌ وَلَا بَنُونَ إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. In the day of judgment, your money, your property, your children would not help you. What will help us? قلب سليم. إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to make our hearts salim or sound, inshallah rahman. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar fasalli li rabbika wanhar inna shani'aka huwa al-abtar.
من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن عليا أمير المؤمنين ولي الله. أشهد أن عليا أمير المؤمنين حجة الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. حي على خير العمل. حي على خير العمل. قد قامت الصلاة. قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض الملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم. والذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين. وآخرين منهم لما يلحقوا بهم وهو العزيز الحكيم. ذلك فضل الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم. مثل الذين حملوا التوراة ثم لم يحملوها كمثل الحمار يحمل أسفارا بئس مثل القوم الذين كذبوا بآيات الله والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين. قل يا أيها الذين هادوا إن زعمتم أنكم أولياء لله من دون الناس فتمنوا الموت إن كنتم صادقين ولا يتمنونه أبدا بما قدمت أيديهم والله عليم بالظالمين. قل إن الموت الذي تفرون منه فإنه ملاقيكم ثم تردون إلى عالم الغيب والشهادة فينبئكم بما كنتم تعملون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. فإذا قضيت الصلاة فانتشروا في الأرض وابتغوا من فضل الله واذكروا الله كثيرا لعلكم تفلحون. وإذا رأوا تجارة أو لهوا انفضوا إليها وتركوك قائما قل ما عند الله خير من اللهو ومن التجارة والله خير الرازقين. الله أكبر. ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. الله أكبر. بحول الله وقوته أقوم وأقعد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
اللهم ملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله النور بسم الله النور النور بسم الله النور النور بسم الله الذي هو مدبر الأمور بسم الله الذي خلق النور من النور الحمد لله الذي خلق النور من النور وأنزل النور على الطور في كتاب مستور برق منشور بقدر المقدور على النبي المحفور الحمد لله الذي هو بالعز مستور وبالفقر مشهور والأسر وزره مشكور وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله الطاهرين.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن عليا أمير المؤمنين ولي الله أشهد أن عليا أمير المؤمنين حجة الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بحول الله وقوته أقوم وأقعد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله أكبر. ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب وارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بحول الله وقوته أقوم وأقعد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بحول الله وقوته أقوم وأقعد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما.
الله
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل عليك في هذه الصلاة دليل
Recite Surah Fatiha for all marhumin and marhumat, especially Najmuddin Tawasi, Jafar Zadi, our Friday prayer members, Firat Ali, Chandil Zadi, Professor Ayub, Ali Muhammad, Haider Tatari, and all marhumin and marhumat. Please recite Surah Fatiha. Please recite 5 times anointing for those who are sick, especially Brother Sifte Raza, Brother Muhammad Raza, and Asif Nafi. Please follow Maulana.
أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء ويجعلكم خلفاء الأرض أإله مع الله قليلا ما تذكرون أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء ويجعلكم خلفاء الأرض أإله مع الله قليلا ما تذكرون أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء ويجعلكم خلفاء الأرض أإله مع الله قليلا ما تذكرون أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء ويجعلكم خلفاء الأرض أإله مع الله قليلا ما تذكرون أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء ويجعلكم خلفاء الأرض أإله مع الله قليلا ما تذكرون. صلوا على
السلام عليكم يا أبا عبد الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليكم محمد المصطفى صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. السلام عليكم يا المنتظر. السلام